Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz and we are live from the National Polo Center here in Wellington, Florida. The United States Polo Association, founded in 1890, the USPA is the largest voluntary sports organization in North America for the sport of polo, hashtag Polo Star. Grand Champions Polo Club, the polo facility at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, ranging from 6 goals to 26 goals, featuring all that polo and very special events there. The Grand Champion Polo Club is one of the only few polo clubs selected to have 2 20-goal USPA tournaments. Last week, of course, the North American Cup and the USPA 2025 National 20-goal, which will happen today. Now, a major rule that will be in place, and we talked about that last week, and I'm just going to hit it really quick today, is the American rule. It's called the homegrown rule. And if you have an American player on your team, and I love this rule because when I played back in the day and I was going from 4 to 5 goals, they had rules in place that protected a lot of American players, put more American players on teams. This rule does that. If you have an American player on the team, you will get a goal back. Both teams are going to get credited a goal today, and then they'll talk about that through the day. So that's going to be very interesting with both these teams. Little history here on the National 20 goal. The National 20 goal was first played, and wow, I go back with a big smile on my face, Royal Palm Polo Club in Boca Raton, Florida, where I grew up flagging games, watching this tournament being played. And the first team, and I love to say these names, I know these players, the sponsors, everything, was actually Houston-based BTA with Chris Beal, playing on as a sponsor, Mariano Gonzalez Cabeza, they called him, Francisco Lanusse, what a man, what a guy, and then my friend Santiago Trotz, and they won over Audi. Resurrected by the Grand Champions Polo Club, though, in 2012, Audi dominated with 5 wins, and proudly returning to the Grand Champions Polo Club this year. In addition, will feature a showdown, and you better be ready for it because this is going to be a good one. Here at the National Polo Center, U.S. Polo ASSN Field 1. What a beautiful sight to do this game at. Is pitting defending North American Cup winners Audi against Amaro. And a very quick breakdown for you. Audi scored 15 goals in the North American Cup. So I'm going to tell you that is something Amaro definitely has to be ready to do, score goals today. They can pit defense, but they got to score goals. So I will return at halftime for the breakdown and some very special interviews with both the captains today. So we'll find out what they're going to be doing in the second half. And at this time, I'd like you to enjoy your game. And let's go back to the CTV Sports Studios and Cale Newman.
Thank you, Dale. It's a beautiful day here in southern Florida. We've got 1 goal on the scoreboard showing here. We do have 1 goal on handicap. Dale did mention that. It's 81 degrees here, 0 precipitation, and 10 mile per hour winds coming out of the west. Beautiful day for polo here, and this is, of course, the finals of the USPA National 20 Goal. Take a look at the 2 teams here. We got Amaro, Scott Sabaro, Sugar Erskine, Chris Campson, and Santiago Tocolino. And then Audi. We saw Audi come out victorious last week in the North American Cup. So we got a nice view of the players here. Of course, Audi is Mark Ganzi, Tomas Piedras, Brandon Phillips, and Nick Roldan. They're going to be in the black jerseys today. Audi, Amaro in the white. Throwing us off a little bit. Last week, Audi was in their white jerseys. So switching it up a little bit. Get a nice look at these players here. Our 2 mounted officials today, brought to you by the Umpires LLC, the USPA Umpire Program. We've got Hector Galindo and Nacho Lazica. Going to keep all the players under control out there on the field. And, of course, we do have a third man in the stands. That is Gaston Dorniak. So it looks like we're just about ready to get underway here. Umpires going over some final instructions. Let's see. We've got Scott playing 1, Campson at 3. All right. Sugar Erskine at 2, and Santi Tocolino wearing the number 4 there. Audi lining up the same way that they did on last weekend. And away we go. Off and working here. It's going to be picked off by Campson. Campson, Chris, going to get a hold of this one here. Working his way out of the pack here. Ooh, hooked, though, by Brandon Phillips. And coming in on the action is going to be Santi Tocolino for Amaro. Santi takes a shot, sends it up the field here. He's got players in motion. Where's this one going to go? It's going to be stopped there, though, by Roldan. Stolen back by Campson. Chris working his way to goal here. Chris Campson. And he's going to get that goal here. Nicely done there. Amaro on the board. Keep in mind, Audi did start with 1, so we got a tie ball game. Get a nice look at this replay here. Great series of plays here. Santi Tocolino fires this one down. Campson able to maintain possession here. Comes together with Tomas and seals the deal. Nicely done there as we head back to center field to line up on our mounted officials. And, of course, switching directions of play as we do after every goal is scored. So, back in action here. It's going to be won by Audi. This is going to be Nick Roldan now. Roldan looking downfield. He's got players in motion here. Brandon Phillips gets there, picks it up on the near side, can't quite make contact. Campson going to steal this one away, dangerously close to that goal mouth here. And looks like there was a whistle there. So clock did stop there. There was a whistle. Umpires saw something they didn't quite like. Let's take a look at it here on the replay. Roldan takes a big shot down the field here. And you see the players coming in. A little bit too close for comfort there. Right away violation. Campson was established on that line. So here we have Santi Tocolino sending this one in on the penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. Tocolino, his pass looking for Campson, unable to find him. It's stolen down by Roldan. Roldan loses the handle on it, but is able to recover. But the whistle's going to sound here, stopping the action once again right about center field. Let's see what the umpires decide to do with this one. Get another nice look at this one. Roldan and Campson, they come together here. And, yeah, Nick wasn't quite where he needed to be on that one. And it's going to be a penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. Once again here for Amaro. Santi Tocolino gets this one teed up the way he likes it. And he's going to do the honors here and send this one back into play. Tocolino fires this one down along the ground here, trying to find one of his teammates. Unable to find anyone. It's going to be stolen here by Roldan momentarily. Now Tamacho. Piedes. Tomas. Trying to get around Campson. Being a thorn in his side here. Campson not giving him an inch. Campson tries to get there, but look at that. Tamacho maintains possession here. Tamach passes over here to Roldan. And Roldan's got the time and space here. He's going to fire one down the field. Looking for one of his teammates here. He's got Brandon Phillips trying to get there. Brandon unable to make contact with that one, but here comes Tomas. Tamacho into the corner now. Sugar Erskine now in on the action for Amaro. Shugs working his way out of here. Trying to keep this one under control here. Almost loses the handle on it, but he's got it back under control now. Winds up, takes the shot, avoids the hook. Sends this one over center field. He's got Scott Sabaro trying to get there. Shugs trying to force his way back onto that line. Unable to do so. It's going to be Roldan. Takes this ball, gets a turn back, facing the right direction now. Looking for Gansey or Phillips. Unable to find a teammate there. Look at this. Nick Roldan is everywhere today on this field. He's going to get this one back under control here. Nick Roldan fires a huge shot from close to the center line, sends this one up in front. Look at this. Mark Gansey tries to get there, picks it up on the near side. That, of course, is the left-hand side of the pony. Gansey takes in this one dangerously close to the end line here. Gansey, ooh, bad luck on that one. It's going to go over the back line wide of the goal. And we're going to go ahead and line up here for a knock-in. But it looks like we're going to have some... No. Yes, we are going to go ahead and take this time for our first courtesy change of the match. Courtesy change is a designated timeout to switch ponies. We try to keep them short and sweet here. Get a nice good look at some of these ponies here. See Brandon Phillips hopping onto one here. I do have a pony list here. Let's see who these guys are coming back out on. Brandon Phillips just jumped onto Peroto. Mark is going to be on Regalia. Nick Roldan coming back out on Mariscal. And Tamacho is going to be on Alimendata. I was lucky enough to get the pony list for the Audi team. I have some of the list for Amaro, but we'll get more into that in the second half. Here comes Scott Sabaro, the number 1 for Amaro. Polo sends this one up the field here. Nick Roldan doing a nice job keeping him away from that ball here. Nick checks over his shoulder, looks around, checks his surroundings here, taps it forward now, backs this one over to Tamacho. Tamacho, his pass up here, looking to get a hold of Mark Gansey. Gansey can't quite get there. Here comes Campson on the ball for Amaro. Campson loses the handle on it. Tamacho backs that one out of danger. Here comes Gansey. Mark jumps in, picks it up. Nicely done here over center field now. Mark Gansey tried to get there, but I think that one might have taken a hop over the sideline there. Yes, it was over the sideboard. So possession play. Back in action. Here we go. Scott Sabaro on the move trying to get there. Brandon Phillips beats him to the ball. Campson intercepts. Campson winds up, takes a shot, threads the needle. Nicely done there. Chris Campson Picking up goal number 2 for Amaro. Get a nice good look at this one here. Scott trying to get in there. Unable to get a hold of that ball. Backed up there by Tamacho. Stolen, though, by Campson. And look at that. Sends it right on through in between a bunch of pony legs. Seals the deal. Gets another point on the board here. Takes the lead 2-1. Amaro. Back in action at center field. Campson going to win this bowling. Nicely done there for the Amaro squad. Sends it over here to his number 4, Santi Tocolino. Tocolino now looking around. Keeping this one to himself. Sends it across field here. Trying to find the goal. It's going to go wide to the left-hand side. So we're going to line up here for a knock-in for Audi. Nick Roldan behind the ball. And here we go. Off the back line, Roldan sends this one back into play. Looking around. He's going to fire a huge shot down the field here. Looking for Gansey. Mark on the line. Tries to pick that one up here. Fighting with the ball, though. It's going to be picked up now. Tamacho feeds this one right back up here to Gansey. Gansey trying to get this one back under control. Unable to do so. Sugar got a touch. Now Campson. Campson, his pass over here, looking for Tocolino, just out of reach. And here comes Audi with Nick Roldan. Roldan looking to get this one on the board here. Nick Roldan. And Nick Roldan's going to send that one right on through. Nicely done there by Roldan. Get another nice look at this one here. Roldan on the fly here. Finds himself all by himself. And doesn't even have to give it another tap. It's going to go right on in. All tied up here, 2 goals apiece. Towards the end of chukker number 1. And we've got plenty of time, though, for another bowl-in here on umpire Lizica. Battling it out here at center field. A little bit of sword fight. Here comes Tocolino. Santi Tocolino going to grab a hold of this one. Nicely done out of the bowl-in all by himself out in front of the pack of players. Campson doing a nice job behind, running some interference for him. Tocolino and Santi Tocolino going to get that one and put it right on through. Nicely done there by Santi Tocolino. Getting another point here. Taking back the lead. 3-2 now in favor of Amaro. And that's going to do it, folks, for chukker number 1. That 30-second warning horn has gone. So we're going to send the players off, get on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back in it with more action here on CTV Sports. All right, folks, we are back live here on CTV Sports. If you're just joining us here, this is the USBA National 20-Goal Final. This is a tournament played at the Grand Champions Polo Club in a little partnership deal with NPC, the National Polo Center. We're playing on field number 1 here in beautiful Wellington, Florida. We see the Audi team wearing the black jerseys making their way back out onto the field. We've got Audi facing off against Amaro. Amaro off to an early lead here in this match. Audi did start this match with 1 goal on handicap, and they ended off chukker number 1 with 2 goals on the board, a goal coming off the mallet of Nick Roldan. But Amaro had 2 quick goals there by Chris Campson in the start of that first chukker, and another goal by Santi Tocolino to finish it out. So we finished off with a goal after the 30-second horn had gone. So we're going to start things off here in chukker number 2 with a bowl-in at center field. Beautiful day here in Southern Florida. I got California on my mind. But we've got the 2 teams ready to go here. As soon as the umpires see a clean and proper lineup, we will get this ball back on the ground. And there it goes. It's going to be Nick Roldan here. Roldan. Nick. Looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got players in motion downfield. What's he going to do? He's going to send this one along the ground, looking for Tamacho Piedez. Tamacho tried to get this one back over to Gansey, unable to get there. Brandon Phillips coming in on the action here. And here comes Tomas Piedez working this one back towards the goal. Stolen out of there, though, by Chris Campson. Campson trying to keep this one under control. Pops it in the air. Nick Roldan and Campson, the two homegrown American players, battling it out there. Roldan going to get the better of him. And here comes Tocolino with the possession now. Santi sends us up here. He's got Sugar Erskine coming in on the action there. And no whistle. It's going to be back there by Brandon. Here to Roldan and Nick Roldan. He's got Gansey up in front. Brandon Phillips is there. And, bad luck on that one. Skirts just outside that left-hand post. Just outside. So we're going to have a knock-in here for Amaro. Santi Tocolino taps this one into play here, looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got players in motion. Alexis send one over here for his number 3, Chris Campson. Campson sends that one along the ground, up in front, looking for Scott Sabaro. Sabaro called off, though, by Campson. Sends this one over here. He's got Sugar Erskine on the move. Shugs, can he get there? Sugar Erskine, and Shugs going to seal the deal there. Nicely done by Sugar Erskine. We'll get a nice look at this one on the replay here. Beautiful play here. Campson right there sends a perfectly placed pass for Sugar Erskine, and Shugs just seals the deal there, making sure it goes right on in. And we got him doubled up on the scoreboard here, 4-2 now, as we head back to center field. What's going to happen here? Campson fighting for possession. Unfortunately, though, that pass is going to go right to the mallet of Roldan. Nick sends this one up the field here. He's got, Mark tried to get there, fighting with the bouncing ball. Followed up, though, by Tomacho Piedez. Piedez going to send that one down right on in. Look at this. Beautiful play here. Gansey fighting with that bouncing ball, but Tomacho is in the perfect place there and sends that one almost dead center in between the uprights. Put it right back on the board here, back to a 1-goal ball game. Heading back to center field now. Just about 4.5 minutes remaining here in chukker number 2. And we line up on the center stripe. Tocolino. Santi Tocolino fires this one down the field here. Just a little short of Sabaro. And it's going to be backed out of there. Look at this handy pony there of Roldan. Unable to get on the line, though. Santi Tocolino was there. Couple players here making some attempts on the ball. Brandon Phillips, Campson, they are both there. One's right, one's wrong. We'll get a nice look at this one on the replay. The clock has stopped, though. The umpires did not like that. A little too close for comfort on that one. We're going to take a look here and see what happened. Nick Roldan, that handy pony there, almost got a hold of that one. And here comes 2 players. Yeah, that's a little too close there. We'll have a right-of-way violation on the field. And we are going to go ahead and send the players off for a courtesy change while we have a timeout. Looks like this is going to go to a penalty number 2, a 30-yard shot towards an open goal. Umpire Galindo and Lazica doing a nice job thus far. Keeping the players in line. Here comes Santi Tocolino with the penalty shot. Santi Tocolino sends it along the ground, puts it right on through, and just like that, Amaro back to a 2-goal lead here as we head back to center field. Oh, I guess we are doing the courtesy change now. Apologies about that. While we do offer the courtesy change as a designated time to change your pony, You are able to change your pony on your own time whenever you would like. Saw a couple players running off and changing before the penalty shot was taken, but this is the designated time to do so. Back at center field now, 5-3 the score. Waiting for a clean and proper lineup here. And umpire Lazika puts that ball back on the ground. Here comes Roldan. Nicely done there by Nick. Gets a hold of this one, gets out in front of the pack. Sugar chasing him down here. Sugar can't quite get a hold of him. Nick Roldan. Roldan. Oh, man, off the post. Still a live ball, though. Campson gets in there and steals this one away. Campson, his pass up there looking for Sabaro. Sabaro had a little trouble with it, but he's followed up there by Sugar Erskine. Erskine back to Sabaro. Scott keeping this one going down the field here. Scotty trying to get this one all the way down to the goal mouth here. A little centering shot there, trying to find Campson, unable to do so. It's going to be stolen now by Roldan. Nick and Sugar come together there. Sends this one over center field. He's got Mark Gansey out in front. Gansey. Nicely done here. Gans picks it up, working his way down the field here. One more tap ought to do it. Mark Gansey seals the deal there. Nicely done by Mark. And Mark gets his first goal of the afternoon here. Gets his team back within one. Nicely done there by Gansey. Dead center between the uprights there as we head back to center field. Back in action at center field. That ball's back on the ground. Here we go. It's going to be Tocolino now. Santi Tocolino. Santi being chased down here by Tomas. Piedez trying to get there. Now Phillips with a beautiful back shot there. We go over here looking for Roldan. Nick passes out in front looking for Gansey. Ooh, bad luck there. Kicked by the pony here. Stolen now by Campson. Campson can't quite keep it under control. Sugar's there to help him out. Shugs his pass right back up there to Chris Campson. Campson sends this one along the ground here. Scott Sabaro tries to get there. Oh, Scotty trying to get this one through the goal mouth here. They're fighting for possession. Dangerously close to that end line. Here comes Campson once again. Chris trying to keep this one under control. Stolen now by Roldan. And Roldan's going to clear that one out of there. Nicely done there by Roldan. Muscles his way through there. Gets the possession back for Audi. And he's got Mark Gansey on a breakaway. Gansey fighting with that ball here. He's got Phillips coming in to help him out. Scotty is there. Nice little play there by Scott Sabaro. Stealing this one back here for Amaro. Scott keeping this one going here, working both sides of the pony. Backed up, though, by Tomacho Piedez. His pass back here. First one to read that one and get turned is going to be Brandon Phillips. Phillips now. Brandon checks over his shoulder here. He's all alone out in front of the pack. Brandon Phillips, and he's going to go ahead and escort that one right between the uprights. And with that score there by Brandon, all four players on Audi have found the score sheet so far. Nicely done there by Brandon. And that's going to do it, folks, for Chucker number 2. And we're all tied up 5 goals apiece. So we're going to send the players off, get them on some fresh ponies here, and we'll be right back in it with more action on CTV Sports. And we got a nice shot here of the Amaro team. Talking a little strategy in between Chuckers. Sugar Erskine there. This is, of course, the USBA National 20-Goal Final. Played at National Polo Center, field number 1. This, of course, is a Grand Champions Polo Club tournament. Audi taking on Amaro. If you're just joining us here, Audi lining up with Mark Ganzi, Tomas Piedes, Brandon Phillips, and Nick Roldan. And Amaro in the white jerseys lining up with Scott Sabaro, Sugar Erskine, Chris Campson, and Santi Tocolino. Get a nice shot here of Chris Campson and Scott Sabaro making their way back out onto the field here. We ended things off in chukker number 2 with a goal after the 30-second horn had gone. So we're going to start things off with a bowling at center field. And just waiting for the grounds crew to clear the field. Nice little outing here at the National Polo Center. Preseason outing. We were here last week with the North American Cup final where Audi came victorious over the Satai. And Audi playing with the same lineup here as they did last week in the final. Amaro making their debut here on this field number 1. Looks like everyone's ready to go. Here we go. Ball's back on the ground here. First one to read that, it's going to be Brandon Phillips. Nicely done there by Brandon. He scored at the end of chukker number 2. Brandon doing a nice job here. We go. Brandon Phillips sends this one down. And unfortunately, that one's going to go just a little bit wide to the left-hand side. So Amaro getting a little break there. Going to have a knock-in here. Score remains tied, 5 goals apiece. Tocolino brings this one into play. Tocolino fires this one over here. Scott Sabaro. Ooh, bad luck there, Scotty. That's going to come off the hoof of his pony, and coming in to pick up the action is Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho Piedes sends this one up here. He's got Mark Ganzi on the fly. Mark picks it up, trying to get around Tocolino here. Drops it back behind for Roldan. Nice little play there. Smart move there by Ganzi. Leaves it behind for Roldan, and look at that. Nick Roldan takes the shot, threads the needle there, and Audi takes the lead here for the first time since the beginning of the match. Remember, they did start this match with 1 goal on handicap. So Audi takes the lead here with Nick Roldan. Heading back to center field now. We see the players lined up here. Umpire says, I want a proper lineup here. We need 1 team on either side of that line. Ball's back in play. It's going to be Phillips. Phillips now. Erskine. Sugar. Shugs fighting with the ball there, trying to keep this one under control. Sugar maintains possession here, avoids the hook, fires this one down along the ground, looking for one of his teammates here, looking for Scotty, but it's going to be Roldan now. Nick Roldan. Ooh, bad luck there on that one. Not something you see every day. Nick Roldan gets a hold of it this time around. Fires one up there for Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho tries to find one of his teammates, but it's going to be stolen out of there now by Sugar Erskine. Shugs keeping this one to himself. He's got some players in motion here. Sugar, ooh, bad luck there. Got a little bit far out of his reach. But look at this. Santi Tocolino able to recover this broken play for Amaro. Santi Tocolino fires this one over here to Campson. Chris looking around. He's got Nick Roldan keeping a close watch. Campson unleashes a pass looking for Shugs. Sugar can't quite get a hold of that one. Brandon tries to get it established on that line, but Campson gets there first. Campson, his pass up the field here, out of his reach there. Ganzi takes this one across over to the far sideboards here. Maintains possession here, stays in play. And here comes Roldan, jumping in on the action. He sends his players forward. Nick Roldan looking downfield here. He elects to send one off to the left, to the right-hand side, looking for Phillips. Phillips can't quite get a hold of that one. Sugar is there. Now it's going to be Tamacho. Tamach. This one out of reach, though. Chris Campson. Ooh, bad luck there off of the pony of Tamacho. Piedez couldn't quite get established on that one. Here comes Tocolino now. Santi Tocolino. Santiago Tocolino sends this one up the field looking for Scott Silvaro. Silvaro, can he get this one under control? Silvaro having a little trouble with the bouncy ball. Followed up nicely, though, by his number 3, Chris Campson. Campson, his pass just short of the goal. It's going to be taken out of there now by Roldan. Nick Roldan. Trying to keep this one under control. Into the corner. Here comes Campson. Remember, these two, Nick Roldan and Chris Campson, both of these are homegrown American players. They grew up playing polo here in Wellington, Florida, together and against each other most of their careers. And here we go. Coming in, Santi Tocolino, kicked by a pony, and it's going to be Tocolino. Back in control. Santi gets turned back, facing the right direction now. Looking for an opening here. Elects to send a little pass, looking for Campson. Campson gets his pocket picked, though, by Phillips. Now here comes Sugar Erskine. They're fighting for possession here. Dangerously close to that goal mouth, and coming out of there with it is going to be Nick Roldan for Audi. Nick Roldan gets his pocket picked, though, by Campson. But look at that. He's able to recover. Working both sides of the pony, the near side, back to the offside now, over center field. Nick Roldan. Nick keeping this one to himself here on a beautiful pony here. Look at this one. Keeping this ball under control. Nick Roldan. Oh, my goodness. Nick Roldan. Not something you see every day. Miscues on that ball. But he's followed up nicely there by Tomacho Piedez to seal the deal. Nicely done there by Tamacho in the right place at the right time. Here we see the replay. Left that one behind, and Tamacho is there to follow it up. So Tamacho going to get credit for that one here. Nicely done. Back to center field we go. Under 2 minutes left to play here in Chucker number 3. Looks like we're going to send the players off for a courtesy change. Wow, we did get quite a bit of polo in. Over 5 minutes of play without a break there. So I'm going to send the players off. Let them hop on a fresh mount. See Sugar doing the flying change there. And we're going to get these players back out here as quickly as possible. The courtesy change is meant to be kept short and sweet. It is not a time for you to talk to your coach, get water, or anything like that. Think of it as a pit stop in NASCAR or Formula One, whichever racing you prefer. This is simply a time for you to go swap ponies and get right back out there and try not to lose momentum in the game. However, there are issues or instances where there may be a tack issue or something along the lines of that, where we will allow some extra time. But the goal of the courtesy change is to remain short and sweet. Audi going to have possession here at center field. Or no, I think, yes, it will be possession here. Looks like Nick Roldan will do the honors. Nick fires this one from center field, right there to Tamacho Piedez. Tamacho, oh man, off the post again. Man, that is not something you see in every game, let alone twice in one game. Shot going off the goalpost there and remaining in play. Here we go with Campson trying to keep this one under control, fighting with it against the boards there. Backed up here, left behind, and it's going to be Tocolino. Santi Tocolino. Santi Tocolino, he's got Campson in behind. Tocolino fires a big one up the field here, looking for Sobaro. Scotty, nicely done there, avoids the hook, but looks like the whistle did sound here. Stopping the action once again. We'll get another look at this here on the replay. We see Tocolino here release a big pass up the field here, looking for Sobaro. Scott and Mark come together there. And yeah, look at that. It's a little too close for comfort there. The angles and the drone angles never lie. So all the rules in polo are written from a bird's eye view. And up until we had the drone, that was all we had. But then once the drone became part of the game, it literally changed the game. We had to adjust quite a few rules. Here's penalty number 2 from the spot of the infraction. Santi Tocolino going to send that one right on in. Get another point here on the board. Tocolino. So, Santi getting his second penalty number 2 conversion there. One from the stripe and one from the spot. As we head back to center field. Lined up here, quick bowl in. Under a minute remaining here in this first half of play. Nick Roldan. Oh, man, Nick miscues on that ball. Phillips is there to follow him up. Brandon Phillips up there to Tamacho Piedez. Tamacho reaching back, trying to get this one under control. Dangerously close to that end line. Here comes Roldan, saving this one from going over the end line there. Working his way back around to the goal. Nick Roldan. Look at that. What a goal by Roldan. He makes it look easy. I can assure you it is not. Wow. We'll get another good look at this one here. Little series of plays here by Roldan. Steals this one away. Saves it from going over the end line there. And look at this little flip shot that he does. Beautifully done. Sends it right on through. And that's about it, though. That's all we got for chukker number 3 in the first half. We're going to send the players off and take a halftime break here. And we're going to get a nice view of the players heading off into their corners. Let's look at some halftime stats here. 8 goals to 6. Audi on top here. Shots on goal, Audi with 10 to 7 of Amaro's. Very few knock-ins here, so they've been making most of the goals that they've been shooting at. Audi winning most throw-ins here. Only 4 fouls committed. Yeah, this has been a very clean game so far. And we're going to go ahead and let the players take a little break here for halftime. And stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Experience the thrill of ultimate luxury at sea. Hotels at Sea brings you exclusive VIP perks and unbeatable discounts, crafted especially for the polo community. Indulge in world-class amenities, sip fine cocktails, and enjoy breathtaking views, all with the touch of sophistication you deserve. Set sail in style with Hotels at Sea, proudly an official sponsor of the USPA.
The Taqueria to me means
community,
new beginnings,
family.
We are in our 50th year, thanks to our great customers, and also thanks to my son, my nephew, my niece, my ex-wife for carrying on the business for hopefully another 50 more years.
Today we're flying the Turkey Track Ranch, which is one of the greatest and probably most silent legacy ranches, in Texas. I have a company called Icon Global, and what we specialize in is the marketing and selling of ranches. You are not just selling a piece of land, you're selling one family or a series of families' greatest treasure. They're usually their greatest asset. And so it's a great responsibility.
Every one of these ranches is a one of one. They're all unique. So the challenge in my job and part of the enjoyment is to figure out what are these things really worth and who's going to buy them. In finding that steward, finding somebody that really cares about the future of the American West and the future of the ranching way and the ranching lifestyle.
Welcome to the halftime of the 2025 USPA National 20 Goal. I'm Dale Sweat with CTV Sports, and we are here on an 8-6 at halftime, so a good strong boost by the Audi team. I got Captain Nick Roldan here in the house. Nick, come on in. We really appreciate your time between chuckers and here at halftime here. Thanks again, my man. Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you. Nick, we start out. I'll get your thoughts on it real quick. Here are the quick stats, just to take a quick look for yourself. I know you know what's going on.
Yep.
We start out there. Tell us what's on your mind. What are you telling the team over there?
No, I mean, the Amaro guys came out really strong and kind of got us a little flat-footed. We lost a couple of throw-ins, and they got a couple of quick goals in the beginning. So, but I like the way we finished in the third chucker, and I mean, it's going to be a tough game. We still got 3 more chuckers to go. So,
okay, one thing I want to point out for you that I pointed out would probably help you get out a little bit. 3 goals you guys got on broken plays.
Yeah.
Where they made mistakes.
Right.
You guys are capitalized on that.
yeah, I mean, look, we're 4 guys that we can all hit the ball and move the ball. So the key for us is to just stick to our system, and the field's playing amazing right now. So. Hit it, run, and gun. So.
You go. They're playing open.
Yeah, we're playing.
You liking the umpire?
It's been a great game.
Yeah. So they got a couple on you. Yeah. You gave up 2 open goals.
Yeah.
Santi's tough.
Yeah, Santi's going to make all of them. So he's a beast of a pole player, world class, and But I mean, look, they're a big attacking team, right? Campson, Sugar, they're all. Scott's playing great. So again, 3 more chuckers. We just got to finish it out.
Go Audi. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Nick Roldan right there, everybody. Special time getting these pro players in here. Okay, so right away, if you see that right there, Nick talking about to get the back on the 2 goals. But again, a great start here. So I'm going to bring in Captain Chris Campson. Chris, come on in. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for giving us your time for the Amaro team. Good to see you, my man. Welcome.
Thanks, Daddy-O.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. Good.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
All right, so listen, breakdown real quick. Great start. That's why you come out against Audi. You got to give them a goal. You scored 3 at the beginning. They got up 1 here. You got the penalty here on cake with Tocolino, 100% from the line. But they scored 3 on broken plays. Where you guys made mistakes? Where you sitting right there with the team right now?
The big mistakes we had were this goal mouth here.
Okay.
The way that they have the rule where if you hit into a horse, it's foul on you.
Right.
But the guys can stand in front of you, and they tell you got to use it.
Right.
Well, it's like
instead of blocking you.
one of the 2.
Blocking or
it's like one of the 2. It's like either.
Let me break that down for. Let me break down for.
Use it, and you tell me I got to hit it.
Right.
The other guys can't stand 5 feet in front of me.
Yeah, let me break that down for the.
It's like-
Let me
so
break that down for the fans
they
real
score
quick.
the other way on that
So what
play.
Scott's talking about real quick, there are a lot of plays in polo where you do have players in front. You got to be careful with horse saying that's what he's talking about. It is it's one of those calls that they,
I think it's one of the dumbest rules. That
Well, don't worry. Don't worry about that. But I'm saying, how it is. Go. Okay, so let's look at this. So, because you guys started out really strong here,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. He came in really good here. He got a couple fouls here.
Yeah.
So what are the thoughts going in? Because you guys really are doing well. They just got a couple, they got these 3 goals.
It's a couple broken plays.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't finish one here that they went down and scored the other way. Again, down here, they tell Santi he's got to use it. And he doesn't have a way to use it without hitting a horse. So it's like, just give up the ball or try to make a play out of it. We tried to make a play out of it, and they scored the other way.
Right, so what adjustments do you make with that?
We just have to hit the ball outside there, so you don't hit a horse.
Because I was up top, and I'll tell you 100% well played. If you don't get these 3 mistakes, there's one, remember when Scott breaks loose with you down there, and it popped out to your right? Oh my brother. If you get down...
He had Roldan
I know.
in front, and then he had Roldan in front, Tamacho behind. He's with 15 goals. He's got to hit it. I mean, he did amazing. He took it down 100 yards with, 15 goals.
You guys scored 2 goals coast to coast. That's a big one. Tell those guys when you go back. 2 goals coast to coast.
Huge.
Well done.
Huge. It was
Good
great.
luck, buddy.
Thanks. The field's
I'm
playing great.
loving it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Daddy.
Chris Campson, captain of the Amaro team. Very nice to see the captains taking their time out here between in such a high energy game. Great, of course, halftime here at the beautiful National Polo Center. ASSN Field Number 1. Huge halftime divot stomp here. It's a lot of fun. Great crowd today up in the stands. Had the opportunity to sit up there taking my stats, the ability to meet with people, talk to people about the game of polo. Remember the divot stomp? Always, I like to remind people, polo, the only professional sport in the world allows their patrons and fans on the field, no other sport in the world. But it is 9 acres of field 300 yards long by 160 yards wide. Beautiful conditions here at the National Polo Center at the moment. 8-6. And like I said, if I'm coaching, you know, Audi is a 15 goaling team. They score goals. So the 3 broken plays that we talked about there with Amaro, and they realize it, those 3 plays, if you take them back, do the numbers. And those broken plays, not even that, they would have been goals for them because they were on the run. So they understand those little broken plays. Now, the one thing Audi needs to clean up a little bit is those penalties because Tocolino's not going to miss. So that's going to be a huge part. He's just got back in town. Santi Tocolino plays in the World Polo League, plays in all the big stuff. He's going to be top player. Got scored from center field in World Polo League, the Casablanca Cup. He got the whole thing. So this is going to be a great second half. Kale, I am really fired up about this. It's going to be great just energy out here. So we're going to send it back here to the CTV Sports Studio and Kale Newman. Enjoy the second half.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us here, this is the USPA National 20-Goal Final. Let's take a look at the teams here. If you're just joining us, Scott Sabaro, Sugar Erskine, Chris Campson, and Santiago Tocolino. That makes up the Amaro squad. And then over here we have Audi. Mark Ganzi, Tomas Biedes, Brandon Phillips, and Nick Roldan. We saw Audi come out victorious last week in the North American Cup final over the Satai. And Audi, they were off to a little bit of a slow start here in this match. They did start with 1 goal on handicap, coming in on 18 goals versus Amaro's... they're coming in on 17 goals with the homegrown rule, with Nick Roldan being a homegrown player. And so they have 17 goals on handicap, and then Amaro coming in on 18. So Audi did start this match with 1 goal. And then Amaro was off to an early lead. They finished off chukker number 1, 3-2 in favor of Amaro. And then they tied at the end of the second. And then during the third chukker, the last chukker of the first half, Audi had a little bit of a comeback there, coming out 8-6. So we do have a goal scored by all 4 of the Audi players. 1 goal by Mark Ganzi, 2 by Tomacho Piedes, 1 by Brandon, and 3 by Nick Roldan. All of those goals are from the field. None of those have come from the penalty stripe. And then over on the other side of things, we've got Chris Campson and Santi Tocolino with several goals, and Sugar Erskine, I do believe he had 1 in the second chukker there. Well, it looks like the players are making their way back out. We do have our 2 mounted officials brought to you by the Umpires LLC, the umpire program with the USPA, the United States Polo Association. We have Hector Galindo and Nacho Lazica in the saddle. And, of course, our third man, provided by the Grand Champions Polo Club, Mr. Gaston Dorniak. Those guys keeping everyone in line here on the field. Get a nice look at these players. So, in the second half of the match, we will be throwing the ball in over here on the stadium side. In the first half, they were bowling it in from the east, and then we switch things up here in the second half. We do that so that the field doesn't get chewed up in the same place throughout the game. So we're going to get a nice look at these players here when they come back to the bowl-ins on umpire Lazica. And away we go. Off and working, it's going to be Nick Roldan. Nick. Ooh, bad luck there by Roldan. Miscues, leaves that one behind, but the whistle sounds there. Let's get another look at this one. Umpire Galindo, they're getting a good look at it. We see Nick Roldan here. And, yes, look at that. Sugar did get established on that line. Sugar doing a nice job there. And here we go. Ball brought back into play. Stolen here by Roldan. Nick working his way around the pack of players there. Campson, he's got his mallet raised high in the air. Whistle does sound, stopping the action once again. We'll get another look at this one here. Tocolino sends this one in off the penalty number 5. Roldan grabs a hold of it. And coming around, Nick Roldan gets caught there. And we're going to drop this on the 30-yard stripe for a 30-yard stripe for penalty number 2. Going in favor of Amaro. Santi Tocolino, he's 100% from the stripe so far. Let's see if he can continue this. Santi. Dead center. Look at that. Perfect penalty shot there by Santi Tocolino. Remains 100% from the line. And gets his team back within 1. 8-7 now the score. Santi Tocolino doing a fantastic job here so far in this match. He's had 3 penalty 2 conversions so far. 1 in the second, third, and fourth chuckers, respectively. And here we go. Santi Tocolino fires this one from about center field, looking for Sugar Erskine. Erskine tries to get there, but Nick Roldan is there first. And look at this. Scott Sabaro coming down the line here. Scotty. Ooh, a bad luck going to run out of real estate there. It's going to trickle over the back line wide of the goal. So we're going to have a knock-in here. Nick Roldan from the back stripe here. Sends this one up the field looking for Tomacho Piedez. Tomas Piedez, beautiful shot here along the ground, up in front, looking for Ganzi. Mark Ganzi trying to keep this one under control, fighting with the ball, though. And it's going to be backed out of there momentarily here by Campson. Coming in, though, with the steal is Nick Roldan. Nick keeping this one to himself. He's got a wall of white jerseys there to get around. Roldan leaves that one behind. Ganzi's there. Ganzi tries to take the goal shot there, but it's going to go off to the right-hand side. Wide of the goal, another Amaro knock-in coming up. We see Tocolino back behind the ball here. Quickly gets this one back into play. Santi Tocolino. Santi, his pass up the field here. Looking for Campson. Keeps this one under control here. Chris Campson, can he get this one all the way down? Has he run out of real estate? Oh, man. Runs out of field there. Going to go wide to the right-hand side. So, a couple quick knock-ins back to back here, but on different ends of the field. Both teams making shots on goal, or taking shots on goal. Here comes Nick Roldan. Nick taps this one into play. Taps once, then fires a huge shot down the field here. Nick Roldan, arguably one of the heaviest hitters in the game of polo. I've seen that man score from center field on several occasions. And funny enough, I've also seen that gentleman, Santi Tocolino, do the same. Coming back in, Nick Roldan. Oh, man. Nick tried to keep that one under control. Here comes Sugar Erskine. Erskine. And Sugar. Gonna get that one here for Amaro. Look at this. Here comes Sugar. Ooh. Sugar. Got a hold of that one. Put it down towards the goal mouth. Here we have our courtesy change. Get a nice shot of the Amaro squad swapping ponies here. And we'll get these guys back out here quickly out of the courtesy change. That's exactly how we like to see it done. The sweet spot is about 45 seconds, give or take a couple. That is how we like to see it done here for our courtesy changes. Get a nice shot of Campson and Sabaro making their way back out onto the field. And gonna line up here on our mounted officials. All tied up, 8 goals apiece here. With that goal coming off the mallet of Sugar Erskine. So here we go. Ball's back on the ground. It's going to be Roldan now. Nick. Roldan fires this one down. He's got Gansey out in front here. Gans picks it up. Gansey. Can he keep this one under control? Oh, it's going to be stolen here by Chris Campson. Backed up out of there, though, by Tomacho. And looks like we did have a whistle somewhere in there. Let's see. Get another look at this one here. Roldan from about center field. Tries to get it to Gansey. And stolen here by Campson. Not quite the shot he was looking for. Backed up there. Yeah, we're going to have a penalty here. Looks like right away violation there. Right down there close to the end line. 3 minutes, 17 seconds on the scoreboard visible there. Looks like Amaro. Oh, our 2 mounted officials you saw there, they have gone to the 3rd official. The 3rd man is a 3rd umpire in the stands. And if the umpires on the field, the 2 mounted officials, if they tend to disagree on a call or would like an outside opinion, they can go to that 3rd man. So they have gone there. Let's see what they decide to do. All right, going to be a penalty number 5 here from the spot of the infraction in favor of Amaro. Tocolino taps this one in, looking around, checking his surroundings. Fires a huge one over here looking for Campson. Chris gets there, perfectly placed pass there from Tocolino to Campson. Right up here for Scott Sabaro. Scotty doing a fantastic job here. Scott Sabaro, can he get back to it? Oh, man. Just outside of that right-hand post. Great play, though, by the Amaro team. They covered a lot of ground there. Oh, looks like there was a whistle. Apologies on that. So, here we go. Audi possession. Still all tied up. 8 goals apiece here in chucker number 4. Nick Roldan sends this one along the ground. Over center field now. Looking for one of his teammates here. Trying to find Gansey. Can't find Gansey. It's going to be Campson now. Chris Campson sends this one up here. Stolen momentarily by Piedes. Now it's Phillips. Brandon. Now Roldan. Nick. Roldan. Nick. Miscues on that ball. Brandon is there. Whistle does sound here. So, umpires didn't like what they saw on that one. We're going to get another look at this. Little tricky play here. Brandon gets turned. Nick tries to go. Yeah, little contact made on that one. So we're going to go ahead. Quick penalty number 5 there. Back in action here we go. Coming around, Roldan steals this one away from Campson. Nice little tricky stick work there by Roldan, giving Campson the slip. Campson trying to get this one back under control. Scotty, though, coming across here, gets a hold of it momentarily. Campson tries to get there, but it's going to be Tomacho. Piedez working his way down the field here. He's got players in motion. He's got Ganzi up in front here. Tomacho elects to keep it to himself. Tomacho Piedez keeping this one going. Avoids the hook from Sobaro. And look at that, backed out of there by Sugar. Erskine. Now coming in is going to be Mark Ganzi. Mark trying to keep this one under control, trying to get working this one back to the goal mouth here. Sugar's in. And the whistle sounds. Let's get another look at this one. Mark has possession, trying to work this one towards the goal mouth. Stolen there by Sugar. And going to get caught there. Sugar Erskine. So, Mark Ganzi gets this ball teed up. Mark was doing great from the penalty line last weekend in the North American Cup Finals. This is Audi's first attempt at a penalty from the stripe today. And here comes Mark on the penalty number 2, 30 yards to an open goal. Ganzi not happy with that one. You can tell by the body language. He caught that one with the heel of his mallet. Not happy with that. Score remains tied here at 8 goals apiece. Just about a minute remaining here in Chucker number 4 as we send this one back into play with Santi Tocolino. Toca. Up here looking for Campson. Ooh, look at that. Roldan steals this one away for Audi. Nick Roldan trying to keep this one under control here, fighting for it. And it's going to be Roldan. Look at that. Muscles his way through. Grabs a hold of this one. Bad luck, though, off the heel of his mallet. And here comes Campson now. Chris. Now Phillips. Brandon coming in on the action here. Brandon and Campson and Tocolino and Tomacho ultimately going to get out of there with the ball. Tomacho kicked by the pony. Bad luck here, but followed up nicely is going to be Roldan. Nick. Roldan. Now Tomacho. Tomacho Piedez takes the shot. Threads the needle. It's going to go right on in. Beautifully executed shot there by Tomacho Piedez to finish off that play. Here comes the shot from Roldan off the pony, and look at that, perfectly placed by Tomacho Piedez, sending Audi on top by 1, and that's going to do it, folks, for Chucker number 4. We'll be right back in it with more action here on CTV Sports. This is the USPA National 20 goal.
We got into Wellington, Florida market because of the number of horses were there. So we decided that we should also sell the hay there. And we met some of the polo people there. And we've become very friendly with the polo community because they require such a great quality hay, and which is what we want to provide.
All right, welcome back, folks. CTV Sports. My name's Cale Newman if you're just joining us here. This is the USPA National 20 goal final. We've got 2 fantastic teams out there. Audi in the black jerseys on top by 1 goal. They line up with Mark Ganzi, Tomas Piedez, Brandon Phillips, and Nick Roldan. And, of course, they're taking on Amaro in the white jerseys today. Amaro, Scott Sobaro, Sugar Erskine, Chris Campson, and Santiago Tocolino. We see Audi making their way over here to center field. We ended with a beautiful goal there by Tomacho Piedez, where he narrowly threaded the needle to get that one onto the scoreboard here. Break the tie. Take the lead going into chukker number 5. And beautiful day here in Wellington, Florida. This field is playing very well. We got to hear from both of our captains at halftime, Chris Campson for Amaro and Nick Roldan for Audi. Nick had some great things to say about the field. That's what we always love to hear. The grounds crew is definitely working on these fields, getting them ready for the 2026 season. Here we go, though. Chukker number 5 underway. Out of there is going to be Mark Gansey. Gansey. Ooh, bad luck there. Gansey miscues on the ball. It's going to be left behind here. Picked up now by Santiago Tocolino. Toca. Fires this one over. Looking for Campson. Comes up just a little short of Campson. And it's going to be Nick Roldan for Audi. Nick and Campson playing close here. Roldan fires this one over here. Backed out by Sugar Erskine. Erskine, his pass over here for Campson. Nicely done here by Campson. Picks up the play. Look at that. Sends a big shot down the field here. First one to read it, though, is going to be Mark Gansey. Gansey and Savaro come together. Here comes Tomacho. Pierez sends this one over here. Roldan picks it up, sends it right back up to his number 3, Brandon Phillips. Phillips now goes to the man here. Tries to get a hold of this one. Nick Roldan can't quite get a hold of it. Oh, bad luck there for the Audi squad. It's going to be picked up now by Campson for Amaro. Chris fires a huge one down the field here. He's got Scott Savaro out in front all by his lonesome. Scotty picks it up here. Nice pickup there by Sabaro. Trying to keep this one all the way down to the goal mouth. Scott Sabaro. Oh, man. Bad luck on that one. It may even have been kicked by the pony there at the last second. It's going to go just wide to the right-hand side. So Audi maintains a 1-goal lead here, and we're going to have a knock-in. Roldan behind the ball. Looks around, checks his surroundings. He's got targets in motion here. Nick Roldan fires this one along the ground. Sends it over to... trying to find Gansey, but it's going to be picked up now by Tocolino. Santi. Toca. Being watched here by Gansey. Gansey's horse going to come in and kick that ball. And Toca going to get him back under control. Tocolino. No, that's going to be a whistle there. My apologies on that. So the whistle did sound. It was probably right here when that ball got kicked by the Audi pony. Though not intentional, it still is against the rules, though. So we're going to have a penalty here in favor of Amaro. Santi Tocolino is 100% from the penalty stripe so far today. This is a penalty number 4, 60 yards towards a defended goal. And here we have the drone shot here. Look at that, right between the uprights. Beautifully done there by Santi Tocolino. Remains 100% from the penalty stripes. He's had 3 penalty 2 conversions and now a penalty 4 conversion. So all tied up, 9 goals apiece now as we head back to center field. And ball's put back on the ground quickly here. Tocolino and Gansey come together once again. Toca waits for the player to clear. Now he has some room to work here. Tocolino fires this one up, trying to find one of his teammates looking for Scott Sabaro, but it's going to be Roldan to come away with that one. Roldan and Erskine come together here. Roldan picks it up on the near side here. Near side, of course, being the left-hand side of the pony. Roldan miscues, leaves out behind. Sugar got a touch. Now it's going to be Campson. Chris. Campson fires this one over here. He's got Sugar Erskine on the move. Shugs, one more tap ought to do it. Nicely done there by Sugar Erskine. Gonna get credit for that one here. And Sugar taking the lead here. 10 goals to Amaro into double digits now. 10-9 the score as we head back to center field. So, back to center field we go. Waiting for the final players to get there. And here we go. Ball's on the ground. Coming out of there. It's going to be Campson and Gansey come together here. Campson fires this one down along the ground. Tocolino tries to help it along here, but it's going to come off the pony of Roldan and picked off now by Tomacho Piedes. Piedes sends this one up the field here, trying to find... Ooh, look at that. Piedes on a fast pony here. Tomacho Piedes. Nicely done there, Tomacho. Beautifully executed goal. Let's get another look at this one. Tomacho picks that one up here, center field, working his way down. And look, right here, he gets a little boost of speed here. What a beautiful pony that Tomacho Piedes is on here. Let's see, I do not have our second half ponies just yet. I will try to get those. But all tied up here once again. 10 goals apiece now. And we've got our courtesy change here for chucker number 5. Get a nice shot here of the Audi team changing ponies. We see Brandon Phillips coming back out. Tomacho Piedes jumping onto a new one. Mark Gansey getting a little assistance there from his crew. And we're heading back out onto the field. So we've got 10 goals apiece on the board. Still plenty of time left here. Chucker number 5. And, of course, we still have one more full chucker left to play. So we're going to get everyone all lined up here. And we will see what's going to happen here in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes Nick Roldan out of there with the ball. Roldan, his pass up here. Looking for Gansey. Unable to find him, though. It's going to be Campson now. Chris for Amaro. Chris Campson slams on the brakes here. Waits. He knows that the Audi player has to clear. Campson sends it off to the left-hand side, looking for Tocolino. And it's going to be Tomacho here. Backs that one up here, but that ball looks like it came off of Tocolino. And we've got a whistle here, an official timeout. We're going to let Santi Tocolino take a minute here. I think he took that ball on the arm. So we're going to give him a moment here. He is a very, very tough gentleman, Santi Tocolino. I've had the pleasure of knowing this man for quite a while, and he is definitely one of the tough ones out there. He's just going to go ahead and shake that one off. But, man, he took that ball right in the forearm. So we're going to go ahead and no foul declared on the play. This is going to be a fair play possession. Back to Audi. Nick Roldan sends this one along the ground. Ooh, look at that. Santi Tocolino grabs a hold of this one. Saves it from going into the goal mouth here. Brandon Phillips with a back shot. And the whistle's going to sound. Stopping the action here. Umpires didn't like what they saw out there. We'll get another look at this one here from our end zone camera. Yeah, that's a little bit of a melee play there. A little contact was made. So we're going to go ahead and drop this one on center field for a penalty number 5, going in favor of Amaro. All tied up, 10 goals apiece still. Just under 2 minutes left to play here in chucker number 5. And then we have one chucker left in regulation time. It's going to be Tocolino. Santi fires this one. Huge bomb down the field here. Sends it along the over here, trying to find one of his teammates, but Roldan is there. He read that perfectly. Going to steal this one away for Audi. Nick Roldan trying to keep this one to himself here. Overcut that one just a little bit. Campson in on the action. And Brandon going to try and get there. Yeah, you can see that one. A little dangerous crossing here. We're going to get another look at this one. As we see here, Roldan takes the ball here and fires a big one down, or tries to fire a big one down. Not quite where he wanted to place that one. As Campson going to send that one back. Brandon coming across here. Little too close for comfort on that one. And as I said before, the drone angles, they don't lie. So Brandon got caught there coming across at a dangerous angle. So we're going to go ahead and drop this one on the 40-yard stripe for a penalty number 3 towards an open goal going in favor of Amaro. And we're going to see Santi Tocolino with his third goal shot penalty type. He has successfully converted 3 penalty 2s, 1 penalty 4, and now this is going to be his first attempt at a penalty 3. And here we go. Santi Tocolino fires that one down along the ground, right on end. So Santi remains 100% from the penalty stripes today. And he's going to break that tie, take the lead once again here. Amaro on top, 11-10. As the clock continues to tick down here, we'll have plenty of time to get another bowl in off. But not quite. We're about a minute remaining. And it's going to be quickly won here by Audi with Nick Roldan. Nick. Roldan fires this one up, looking for Tamacho. Tamacho picks it up on the near side here, trying to keep this one under control. Tamacho Piedes can't quite keep it under control. It's going to be taken out of there and picked off now by Sugar Erskine. Erskine keeping this one to himself here, working his way down here on the sideboards. Roldan and Campson are there. Roldan sends that one down. And we'll get another look at this one here. We see Sugar with the ball. Sugar, Erskine trying to keep that one under control. Roldan coming in. And the umpire saw something they didn't quite like. Just over 30 seconds left to play here. Ball is going to be in favor of Audi. So this is going to be the last play of this chukker. Roldan, nicely done there. The goal judge says it's in. And that's going to do it, folks, for chukker number 5. The goal judge says it was in. We're going to get some clarification on that in between chukkers here. The umpires do always have the ability to overrule that ruling on the field. It's kind of hard to see there. Kind of lost up in the clouds. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and get some clarification on that. I do believe it is a goal. I will confirm that when we come back after this.
At Flanagan Built-In, we lower property taxes on commercial real estate, whether it be office, retail, hotels, or any other commercial property. We've done it all. Established in 1967 and covering all 50 states, our expertise and technology is unmatched. Streamline your property tax management and let experts help lower your property taxes in all 50 states. Choose Flanagan Built-In.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Chukker number 6 about to begin here in the USBA National 20 Goal Final. And I did get some clarification over the break. That was, in fact, a goal that did count. So Nick Roldan does get credit for that one. And we are all tied up at 11 goals apiece going into the sixth and final chukker of regulation time. This has been an exciting game, back and forth the entire time. Both teams came to play this afternoon on this beautiful field number 1 at the National Polo Center. We have had a very exciting match. It's always great to see good, fun polo here, especially in the fall. And of course, this the National 20 Goal and last week's North American Cup. This is the highest level of polo put on by the USBA outside of the gauntlet of polo. And it's always good to see this level played in the fall months here in Wellington, Florida at the Grand Champions Polo Club. So we've got the players coming back out here. We see the grounds crew exiting the field. And we are going to go ahead and get ready to start off chukker number 6, sixth and final chukker here of regulation time. And I say of regulation time because we have been tied several times throughout this match. So it's anybody's ball game here. And away we go. Off and work in chukker number 6 underway. It's going to be Brandon Phillips. Brandon picks this one up. Tries to keep that one under control. Unable to do so. Sugar is there. Leaves it behind for Tocolino now. Santiago Tocolino. Toca working his way up the field here. Gets his pocket picked by Brandon Phillips. Nicely done there by Brandon. Gets a hold of that one. Bunch of players get turned. Scott Sobaro. First one to get there, but looks like the whistle did sound. We'll take another look at this one here on the replay. Here's Tocolino. He's going to get his pocket picked here. Ball stolen by Phillips. Now Phillips with the back shot. Everybody turns. Yeah. Audi is going to get possession on this one. We see umpire Galindo there discussing with the team captains. The team captains are the only players allowed to speak with the umpires on the field. And we see from the body language here, Campson not too pleased with that. So yes, this will go in favor of Audi. And here we go. It's going to be dropped here on the 60-yard stripe for penalty number 4. Looks like. Oh. No, I stand corrected. It's going to be a 3. Apologies for that. Penalty number 3, 40 yards to an open goal. And Mark Gansey is going to do the honors here. He had a little trouble with his penalty 2 earlier in the match. And let's see how he does this time around. Mark Gansey, a couple practice swings here. And Mark seals the deal there, gets it done. And Audi going to take the lead once again, 12-11 here early in chukker number 6. Nicely done there by Mark Gansey on that penalty number 3 conversion. So back to center field we go. Going to line things up. And away we go. Ball's skirts out the back end of the pack here. Sugar. Erskine. Drops it behind for Tocolino. Santiago Tocolino sends this one up the field looking for Campson. Campson, can he get there? Fighting against Roldan. Roldan gets the better of him and gets possession here for Audi. Nicely done there by Nick Roldan. Nick going to send this one up the field here looking for Tamacho. Piedes. Tamacho working his way down the field again on a fast pony here. Tamacho, he's got some great ponies underneath him today. Tamacho Piedes. And nicely done there, Tamacho, showing us how it's done. Tamach getting goal number 5 here on the day. Beautifully executed shot here by Tamacho. Skirts it right inside that right-hand post. Nicely done there by Tamach. And just like that, Audi with a 2-goal lead here. And look at this, Audi going to win. Oh, I thought they were going to win that one. Mark is going to get hooked out of there. And here comes Tocolino with possession for Amaro. Tocolino sends this one up the field here. Not where he wanted to place that ball here. It's going to be picked off by Roldan, but the whistle sounds. We see a couple players showing some not great body language out there. No one's real happy with that. Let's see what the umpires decide here, but let's take a look at the replay here. Toka sends this one. Yeah, we see player coming across there. A little bit of a dangerous factor, so we're going to go ahead and give this a penalty number 5 from the spot. Nick Roldan. Nick fires this one up the field, looking around. He's got Gansey. Mark drops in, picks it up, working his way down the field here. Mark Gansey trying to keep this one under control. Hooked out of there, though, by Campson. And Sugar Erskine with possession now. Shugs. He's got Campson up ahead. He's got Tocolino behind. Great position to be in. And Sugar going to unleash a pass up here, trying to find Scott Sobaro. Scotty unable to get a hold of that one here. Roldan gets there first. Picks it up on the near side. Roldan. Campson tries to come in there and steal this one away. Unable to make contact with it here, Roldan. Nick fires this one up here, trying to find Phillips. Unable to find him. It's going to be Sugar Erskine. Beautiful back shot here by Shugs. Intercepted, though, by Tamacho. Piedes. Tamach. Working his way down the field here. Tamacho Piedes. Oh, look at that hand-eye coordination. Oh, man. Bad luck on that one. Oh, man, that was cool. He popped that one up in the air and was able to make contact with it, but it's just going to go a little bit wide. So bad luck on that. He gets credit for style on that one, though. But it will go wide. Amaro dodging a bullet. Going to be a knock in here. Get a nice shot of these guys changing ponies for our final courtesy change here of the match. Yeah, we'll get a nice look at this one here. Watch this. Tamacho, he's going to pop that one up. Not where he wanted to hit it, but, oh, man, he was able to make contact with that just outside of that goal mouth. That is some impressive hand-eye coordination shown there by Tamacho Piedes. Unfortunately, it did not go through the goal mouth, so we're going to have a knock-in here for Amaro on the south end. All right. Tocolino behind the ball. Campson. Here we go. Santi Tocolino, the bottom of the 6th now. 2 goals separate these two teams. Tocolino fires one along the ground, looking for one of his teammates, but it's going to be intercepted here by Nick Roldan. Nick Roldan gets a hold of this one, gets a turn back facing the right direction now. Fighting there against Sugar Erskine. No fear, though. Tamacho is there, coming in behind Santi Tocolino. Now Nick Roldan. And I think we had a whistle there. Yes, we did. We'll get another look at this one here. We see Roldan. Miscue on that ball. Tamacho coming down the line here. Tamach with possession here. Tocolino, though, reaches out. Yeah. Tocolino got caught there on that one. Here comes Gansey now with another penalty attempt. 3:19 on the clock. Left to play in regulation. This is going to be a penalty number 2 from the spot. Gans sends it right on in. Nicely done there by Mark Gansey. And he's going to extend that lead 14-11 now. Mark getting his second goal of the Chucker. And his second penalty conversion of the Chucker. He had a 3 earlier. And here we go. Back to center field. And that That ball's put back on the ground quickly. Here comes Tocolino. Santi Tocolino fires this one down the field here, trying to find one of his teammates. No one is there, though. No one home to pick up that play. Sugar tried to get in there, but Roldan. Ooh, Sugar got the hook. Now here comes Campson. And Phillips is there. Campson. Chris Campson. Going to send that one right on in. So, Chris, going to get credit for that one here. We'll get another look at this one here. Little funny series of plays here on this one. Campson able to get there and just tap it right on in. So, 2 goals separate these two teams. Just over 2 minutes left to play here. Chris Campson picks up another goal. Back in action here. Out of the bowl-in. Coming up here. Whistle's going to sound there. Stopping the action. Get another look at this one here on the drone footage. Yeah, we see Mark coming across there. And back in action here. Tocolino for Amaro. Santi Tocolino looking around, checking his surroundings here. Fires a shot down here. Oh, man, it's going to get kicked by a pony there. And Roldan read that one, nicely done. Picks it up here. Saves this one from going over the sideboards here. Nicely done here by Roldan. Sends it up here for Gansey. Mark. Ooh, bad luck there on that one. Not able to keep it with him. Here comes Tocolino now. Toca going to leave this one behind for Campson. 1:10 on the clock. Tocolino back in control. Santi Tocolino fires this one down the field here. Trying to keep it under control. Unable to do so. Roldan is there. Nick, his pass over here for Gansey. Gansey can't quite make contact with it. Here comes Tomacho, and the whistle's going to sound. Stopping the action once again here. We'll get another look at this, see what the umpires decide. We'll get a nice look at this from the drone. We see Nick take a back shot there. Gansey tried to get a hold of it. And Tomacho coming through. Campson is there. We're going to go ahead and give this one to Amaro. Penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. Santi Tocolino behind the ball. Going to send this one back in. Santi. Tocolino taps it once and fires a huge shot down the field here. Sugar tries to get there. Campson is there. Backed up out of there. Scott Sobaro. Oh, man. Scotty almost had it. But it's going to get stolen out of there. Whistle did sound, though. And let's see what we end up doing. That may have been a penalty 1, potentially. Let's see how they line up. Oh. Not a penalty 1. This is a lot of yardage here. So, they're going to go ahead and move this very far down the field here. That is a lot of yardage to give up there on that play. So they're going to take this one all the way down, drop it on the 60-yard stripe for a penalty number 4. And it looks like Mark has passed the stick over here to Nick Roldan from the 60. Not getting much help there from his pony. And that's going to go well wide of the goal. And we do have a knock-in coming here. This is the final chucker of the game. We will play out the final 30 seconds here. So that clock is going to tick down here. 2-goal lead, though, by Audi. And here comes Campson, sends this one over, looking to potentially get another point on the board here before the end. Not sure if he's going to have the time, though. Sugar, Erskine going to get it all the way down there. They do wave the flag. We'll get some confirmation on that if that was after the horn or not. But regardless, Audi going to take home the W here. Back-to-back wins for the Audi squad. They won last week in the North American Cup and right here with the USPA National 20 goal. And so that goal does count. 14-13 the final score here. Shots on goal pretty even here. Knock-ins 7-4 in favor of Amaro. Throw-ins 1. Audi had a little bit more in the second half. Fouls committed, though. Audi did commit double the amount of fouls as Amaro. We've got those stats there, and we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to send it over to our field side correspondent, Mr. Dale Schwetz.
Thank you, KL, and what a game here. Welcome back to the 2025 USPA National 20 goal here at the field. Players coming in here again. Audi getting the, winning both of them. We got Nick, everyone coming in here. We're getting some interviews with the boys. What a second half. Came back super strong. Horses looked amazing here. Nick, can I start with you, my man? Well done. Great second half, man. They came out, Nick. Well, first of all, congratulations on winning both.
Thank you.
You got the doubleheader.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview at halftime.
Yes, sir.
So let's just go through it really quick. They came out, scored too quick on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I was too pleased with the way we played today, but but also, I mean, the other team was also really tough. So I don't know. It was a little bit of a bitter taste in our performance. But look, we won. It's good to win. It's fun to be playing here at MPC, and good times.
Great call. And I got to tell you, good call because in the father final, you guys fouled like once or twice.
Yeah,
and this one got a little. They got it a little sloppy. Made it like they had to do that with you, and got you guys like in 7. So.
Yeah, I mean, I played like shit, so that's something.
You played great. Come on, man, give it up.
I felt like my performance wasn't that great, and but Damacho had a hell of a game. Mark was doing great up front.
But that's a good team too.
we did a couple of stupid fouls and.
Yeah,
so.
But good teams cover each other.
Yes, exactly.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nick, roll down. Let's go over and grab her. Brando, let me grab you real quick. The nucleus. What can I say, man? I mean, the nucleus. Congratulations on 2 for 2. That's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You got it. So the nucleus today, I feel like, and even Nick said that. You and Tamacho. You played so well in the first in the North American Cup by keeping the team together. Nick and Mark were out of their minds in the last game today. It was different. You guys were doing your things in the middle, little broken plays, a little happy. You get loose on her, bump the man, leave it for Nick. Great little plays.
No, it's
Tell me about it.
No, we had to just do the little things. I mean, obviously, Nick had an incredible first half. Tamacho stepped up in the second half and won us the game. So those guys did their part. I'm just out there trying to get a good seat out there and watch those guys.
No, well done, dude. I got to tell you, you know what? To be the cohesive man in the middle, you and I played together. We've played all the positions. I was really impressed just the way that your ability to hang out, make the Memo Crescita play, sit back, relax, let it come to you, let the game come to you, let the game to you. Congratulations.
You think Memo's watching? You just called me.
I know he's watching. I know he's watching. Say hello.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's go in there. We need to talk to these guys. We need to talk to Macho and Mark. I'm going to come in here real quick. Tamacho. My man. Mark, congratulations. We'll get to you in a minute. Come on up. Come on up out here. MVP. Man, we need to talk about a few horses too, Tamacho, because you're 5th and 6th. I mean, well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals on the day. Starting in the second, you scored 1 in every chucker going through. The horses in the 5th and 6th blew their doors. I had people in the stands going, what? Looking to the left, looking to the right. I'm like, sent through the breeding operation. Let's go. Tell me about them. Look good.
That's right. Yeah, I played Forza and Airbus.
Is that the 5th?
That's the fifth checker, both in Santa Rita breeding operation. I also played Alimentada there, which comes from La Dolfina. Really nice.
That's the big one, yeah.
That's the small
It's
gamer.
the small one,
Yeah,
and then the other
bigger
one, the bigger
guy,
one, yeah.
That's Story. That's out of here as well.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
very, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, when you broke loose, people in the stands were looking around, and they had position. Campson had position on you.
Yeah, but that's a fast mare.
I know, I understand. But
I knew that I've...
Well, you got a little spur in your butt, too, though. You know, I know it makes it go. But it felt good, huh? You guys in the middle were good. A little scrappy today. You guys fouled a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Pero bueno, they were putting pressure on.
Yeah.
So it's a good on them that they made us foul.
No, it's a hell of a test for Audi. I love you guys because the other game you guys rolled and rolled and rolled, and when your team's rolling, scored 15 goals. Today you scored 14, but you guys had to earn them.
Yep, definitely. And they pushed hard all through the game. It was a very fun game to play.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. Yeah, Tomato Pierres.
That's it.
All right, Mark. Cobra, what can I say? You know, this was a different game. You got out front early, pulling the team. You and Nick had the give and goes going. Thought they were coming down. You had a little jump on Scott Sabaro. He was trying to work it out. And then a little kink in the armors here today. You had some thing, but then that's what I love about you, G. And when the pressure comes on and you got to put them in, you hit the 2 for 2 at the end.
Yeah, no, it was good. No, it didn't quite have the rhythm we had the other day.
Right.
These guys played a more organized, tighter game. Tocolino played in the back. He was super disciplined. It was hard to get around him. So we had to change our tactics, and then they fought for every ball. So, they made every possession difficult, and we didn't quite spread the ball as fast as we would have liked today. But we knew this was a very different team than Satai, and credit to them. They played really well, and when you got a guy like Tocolino and Sugar, who played the Argentine Open, who know how to play at this level,
100%.
You're going to get a tough game. So we feel fortunate. We were down, I think, in the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah. Well, here you go. You're down by the beginning, 3-2. They're winning. They came out very strong.
In the 5th and 6th,
yeah.
We were down. 11-10. And
then you got on the roll.
And we responded pretty well in the 6th. So that's what you want to do. You want to play your best ball on the 6th. And
I was very impressed with them that they made it a game where they got you guys in some fouls, because you guys were unbelievable in the Great North American Cup. Only I think once or twice you guys fouled. They made it a game that was a little more difficult, I guess.
Yeah, they made a sticky game, and again, it's this experience. I mean, Chris, I played with Chris and Sugar in the 20 goal here when the 20 goal used to have 16 teams, and those guys know how to play 20 goal. And again, you can't take anything away from them. Santi played a really good game, super disciplined, and kept the back door pretty shut for us.
100% from the penalty line too. Santiago Tocolino today.
Good today. Really good.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Audi.
Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. All right, let's go on out. Well, what a game, man. We always like to talk about. Congratulations, Audi. Picking up another big win here. Taking both of the 20 goals this fall at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Of course, we'd like to thank the National Polo Center for what a great staging here. Great energy up in the stands. I had the opportunity to meet Steve Sabaro, the father of Scott Sabaro, the Amaro team. Scott stepping up at this higher league, higher level of polo. It is a very high level. And when the levels change, the speeds change, the energy changes, it's a whole different game. They've done a fabulous job. Great sponsors. Love to see Amaro. Great job by Erskine. 4 goals on the day. Campson, another 3. Busting and moving. You saw he had big energy at halftime. So there's a lot of energy out there. Tocolino, 4 from the penalty line, 100%. 1 more from the field, 5. They got the Audi team to foul about 7 or 8 times. They really had opportunities. Probably some of their misses and errors, but they got to go home with pretty good feeling on their back. So what an amazing day here again at the National Polo Center. We're going to get ready for our trophy presentation. So for Cale Newman, I'm Dale Schwetz. Thank you for watching CTV Sports and the 2025 USPA National 20 Goal. Stay tuned for our trophy presentation.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have our trophy and awards presentation here. We see the two teams up there on the stage. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. We have, I believe this is, this is Bob McMurtry here, the new addition to the USPA. He's going to go ahead and present the awards to our runners-up. Scott Sabaro played number 1 today. Played number 2, Sugar Erskine. The number 3 this afternoon, Chris Campson. We see him there with his 2 young boys. And last but not least, played the number 4 back position, Santi Tocolino. And of course, our presenter is Bob McMurtry, a representative from the USPA. A new addition to the USPA. Very happy to have him here. And on to our winners. Mark Ganzi played number 1 for Audi. Next up, the number 2, Tomacho Piedes. Number 3, Brandon Phillips. And rounding out that lineup, the number 4 back position here, Nick Roldan. And we have some special awards to give here. We've got some Best Playing Pony blankets. We have 3 Best Playing Pony awards here today. We've got a USPA Best Playing Pony, a Grand Champions Best Playing Pony, and an APHA. Of course, that is the American Polo Horse Association. So we have the ponies on standby here. And we will have Bob present those pony awards. And, of course, we do have an MVP award as well. But we're going to go ahead and start here with the ponies. Just waiting on the ponies to come in. We saw Lisa there getting the blankets. She's going to get all these ponies ready to go for their photo shoots here. And once again, congratulations to Audi on their victory here today. Back-to-back wins here for Audi. They won just a week ago the North American Cup and sealing the deal here in the National 20 goal. And it looks like we have our first pony coming in here. This is going to be the USPA Best Playing Pony. This goes to Story, a 10-year-old dark bay gelding played by Tomas Piedes. Owned and bred by the Santa Rita Polo Operation. And look at that. Good-looking pony there, Tomacho Piedes. That is Story, the USPA Best Playing Pony here. Next up, I believe is going to be, this is going to be the Grand Champions Best Playing Pony. Remember, this is a Grand Champions tournament here. And Tomacho Piedes back in the winner's circle here. This is Dolfina Alimentada, a 6-year-old bay mare, played by Tomas Piedes today and also owned by Santa Rita Polo. Two beautiful ponies there by Tomacho Piedes. And then our final pony here, this is the American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony. The APHA pony here goes to Class Act, a 7-year-old bay mare played by Sugar Erskine. Owned and bred by Santa Rita Polo. Here we see Sugar with Class Act. Congratulations to all 3 of our ponies here. Those are always my favorite awards to give here in a polo match because you cannot do what we do without a good horse to get you there. So we always like to honor those ponies. And now our final award here, our final special award, is going to be our Best Playing Pony, our MVP. The MVP award is going to go to Tomacho Piedes. Well-deserved here. Tomacho, man, he's going home with a lot of hardware today. 2 pony blankets, MVP, and, of course, winning team here. So we're going to ask the Amaro team to please step down, and we're going to get a photo here with the Audi team with the perpetual trophy for this, the National 20 goal. It's a beautiful bronze trophy here. And we're going to get a nice photo with our winning team, Audi. Of course, that is Mark Ganzi, Tomacho Piedes, Brandon Phillips, and Nick Roldan. And they're shown here with Bob McMurtry of the USBA. We're going to go ahead and have these guys lift this beautiful trophy here. And congratulations once again to Audi. And there you have it, folks. What a great fall season here in Wellington, Florida. My name's Cale Newman. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today on our broadcast here on CTV Sports. We get another shot of just the winning team here with, again, what a beautiful trophy that is. And, of course, we see George DuPont down there, the keeper of the trophies. So, once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name's Cale Newman. I speak for everyone here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, the National Polo Center, and CTV Sports. And I say thank you guys, and we will see you on the next broadcast.